All right, how's it going, everybody? This is Corey Lee, and you are here with episode 23 of the podcast. Hey, don't y'all know? I said like when I got to like episode 10, I wanted to have my son on the podcast, and he have yet to jump on. Still have yet to do it. But we're not talking about that right now. This is the 23rd episode, and I'm gonna just be all the way for real with y'all. I wish I can do more of these in videos. I just can't always do it. Like I really just can't. But still, we here today, and I really don't have one specific topic. It's probably gonna be like 3 or 4. So I want to start with this whole digital ID stuff. Man, I've been wanting to touch on the digital ID for a week now. But I really wanted to see what come out of it. Like, I don't always like jumping on stuff right away, not really knowing what's going to come out of it, because like I don't want to find myself thinking that I'm too sure about what I'm looking at when things first hit the fan, not really giving myself enough time to see what stuff transform into, because I tend to draw more conclusions, given a day or two to really think about it. And then not only that, I might have a day or two when I'm doing something else. Like I was doing the audio book recording and things like that, and I believe the book of Amos might be next. So I said I was going to do all the smaller ones first, and that's true. But we here to talk about the digital ID in the UK. They've been talking about the digital ID for a long time. Blockchain, CBDC, all that other kind of stuff, the microchip, everything like that. Now, I did not necessarily do too much research on what the digital ID is now. And the reason why I haven't is because I've already looked into it when they've been talking about this for years now. And so apparently it's something that go in you, right? So a lot of people say that the mark of the beast is supposed to be a tattoo. That's what a lot of people say. I believe that has a lot to do with it. I believe that's how you can be able to tell from a glance of an eye if somebody is marked. But the Bible say this specifically, that it will go in your right hand or forehead. In. That means under the skin, in the body. So always pay attention to that. But like, it's something that I really wanted to talk about regarding this. A lot of people say that this is the mark of the beast. Truth being told, I hate to bust y'all's bubbles, but it's not quite there yet. The reason it's not is because you don't have the man of sin causing everybody to take his mark. This right here is it's a move of a government, right? Like a government body. Some people like to oversimplify what the Antichrist is. They say the Antichrist is a type of person, and it's like a group of people. No, I believe there will be one actual man who we can see and look at, who will be the head of that system. But right, there will be a beast system, and there will be those who take the mark of the beast, the number of the beast, and the name of the beast, right? And I think that there's going to be, like, everything goes in like a hierarchical, type of form. Like all the little peons, like them going to be the ones that's marked, right? And then you got the people that's over the peons, them the ones that get the number. And then you got the leaders of the leaders, right? The ones he can really trust to do his bidding. And those are the ones who take the name of the beast. But yet they all mark though. Like, you know what I'm saying? I really do believe it's going to go that way. So we don't quite see that yet. But one thing I will say is that people protesting and rebelling against the digital ID is what's going to bring out the mark of the beast. I don't know if a lot of people can sense that. Now I can really sense this, right? Everybody's going to say, "Oh, this is a totalitarian government and this is evil and this is this and this is that." And then a lot of chaos is going to take place as a result of that, as a result of totalitarianism. And then the solution to that will be we need a new world order. Because, yeah, like you're right. All of these governments are overstepping, right? We got white supremacy ruling the United States. MAGA has gone rogue, right? Everybody fought like hell to get rid of the left to where that made them believe they had to be right. And now them same people are like, what's going on with the government here? Everything y'all seeing is what's going to make people beg for a new order of the world, including the digital ID. And then out of that will come the Antichrist, the beast system, and the mark of the beast. Yes, out of the chaos that come through digital ID will turn into the mark of the beast. And it's going to seem like a solution to something so controlling. Right? Like I really do. Look, just thinking like them people, I can really see what they up to. I really can see what they up to. It's like, yeah, I see what y'all trying to do. But like the digital ID is not what you really after. You really after chaos that get brought out as a result of digital ID. And so then that way you can step in with your real solution that you really want people to have. And it's something else like this too. I can't really think about what it is. It's something else. I will end up getting there. But y'all really pay attention to that. It's like they create problems and then they take those problems they created and say, oh, well, we got an answer to it. And then they take your freedoms away. And then out of you protesting against your freedom being took away, it's like, oh, well, we got an answer to it. Yeah, you're right. That president who, hasn't been in office in 8 years, right? Yeah, he really did mess everything up. It's like, come on, y'all planned this all out. They'll be trying to make it sound like, oh, that was Biden that did that. No, y'all were all in this together. Oh, it was Biden that let all the migrants in. And now we gotta, patrol every neighborhood because of it. It's like, no, you wanted to do that anyway. And you just needed a reason that looked like a good reason. We can see you. We're not stupid. And guess what neighborhoods they're patrolling the most? The black communities. Why are they always picking on the black communities? Why? I mean, I know why. I just need y'all to answer your own question. What make y'all want to pick on black communities so bad? Huh? What is it really? I know what it is really, but I need you to I need people that's listening to this to really think about that for a while. That's actually a trick question, right? So that's really what you wanted to do anyway. You wanted to target the black communities. What did you think making America great again meant? Huh? What do you think that meant? Like, honestly, because America was founded on genocide and slave labor. Are you talking about that? I mean, America, has a history of racism and white supremacy. Are you talking about that? Right? See, it's a reason why America became a superpower. And it's not because the people who were in charge of it were smart and they just knew how to run a country. No, like that wasn't the whole story. That wasn't the whole story. Like, you want to know who they got their plans from? Egypt. They modeled this after Egypt, Rome, and Babylon. That's what this place is. America was founded on Freemasonry, not Christianity. Although, what y'all really don't know about Christianity, and I want to say this, I'm a Bible believer. You know, I serve the Most High Yah, right? But what y'all really don't know about the organized religion of Christianity is that it was established by pagans, right? You know, people that worship false gods. It's like they took they took the biblical faith and then they created what we now know as Christianity with it. And because it's so close to the Bible, you really can't think that something is up with it. It's so close to almost being right, it's hard to really think anything is wrong, especially because it's been so long. And you would think that, like, if anything was wrong after all this time, it would have gotten fixed by now, right? No, it only seemed to get worse, don't it? It only seemed to get worse. That's what I was going to say. It was something people was going to complain about that's going to make people want the New World Order and the one world government and all of that other stuff. Christian nationalism. Let's not forget, y'all, the KKK was Christians. All right. And I don't mean they were like real, Bible believers, but they hid behind being Bible believers. Like, to get you to believe that the way they operate was doing God a service. They hid behind being Bible believers so that way it made you second guess whether or not they were serving the devil. Like, that's kind of what like, that's the purpose that the organized religion of Christianity serves. It's like a shield, and it protects the perpetrators from being called out as servants of the devil, because they're so bold about the Christian faith. How could they be serving the devil? And they always got Jesus in their mouth. It's a dirty world, y'all. It really is. Like, if y'all really think that Donald Trump and the rest of them and all the MAGA boys are Christians, like, as far as Bible believers, you have got to be kidding yourself. In order to be a Freemason, and a Freemason is like the bottom of the totem pole. Like, you start off as a Freemason and then you move up to Scottish Rite and Jesuits and like the Knights of Malta and the Knights Hospitaller and all that other stuff. Like, I mean, but you start off as a Mason. In order to be a Mason, you have to believe in a religion. Like, you're not allowed to be an atheist and a Mason. You have to believe in a higher power. It just makes sense to be a Christian and a Mason. I mean, because it just sounds so close to being godly. Oh, and they know that the Bible is true. They know it. That's why they use it against people so much. They know it's real. They know it's true. That's why love twisting it as much. I don't see nobody twisting the Quran. I don't see nobody twisting the Kabbalah. I mean, the Kabbalah is already twisted. How can you twist what's already twisted? Right? I don't see nobody doing that. They love twisting scripture, though. They really do. But one thing y'all need to watch out for is how Christian nationalism is going to use God, use the Bible to bring chaos and evil in this world. And it's going to make people hate God, religion, the Bible, Jesus, all that other stuff. See, out of the chaos that Christian nationalism bring will come people begging for like some kind of reformation in the religious system, in the United States government, in the financial system, and all of this other stuff. It's all designed this way on purpose. It's all designed like this on purpose, y'all. I don't know if y'all know this, but if we go back to, something I was reading. Something I was reading. Let me go back to it because I actually did a podcast episode about this right here. And it was a Reddit link. Albert Park, 33rd degree Freemason, wrote a letter outlining 3 world wars in 1871. Man. And I'm going to skip all the way down to the Third World War. And this might be quite a paragraph here. The Third World War must be fomented by taking advantage of the differences caused by the agentur of the Illumin, between the political Zionists and the leaders of Islamic world. The war must be conducted in such a way that Islam and political Zionism mutually destroy each other. Meanwhile, the other nations. Wait. Let me stop right there. It is very common to see, people like Albert Pike and like all the world leaders to be Zionists. And they create these agendas with the intention of sacrificing their own people. They have done this all through the trail. They use their own people as pawns to create a sense of victimhood. And then they take that victimhood and then make the world owe them for it, after they was the ones that funded both sides of a war. They done this with the Nazis. A lot of the Nazis were like they were like modern Jewish Zionists, and they like they mixed in with the Germans because, truth be told, like they are pretty much the same bloodline. Like those people that say they are Jews and are not, but are of a synagogue of Satan, they are not Semitic people. And it's sad that a lot of them grow up like that. They're real honest people, but they don't know any better. But there are some that know too much, and they just do too much. And they like sacrificing their own people to play the long game, right? Like they sacrificed their own people in a lot of things they did, and then made other countries pay them reparations for it. Like the Bolshevik Revolution, the Second World War. They were behind the Second World War. And yeah, and they are also behind the wars going on right now. Just to let you know, okay? A lot of people say that what they got going on in their country is not our problem. Look, what they got going on is not just in their country. Their reach stretch far beyond the borders of Palestine. Honestly, like they were the ones who rode on the slave ships when our ancestors were sold into slavery. They were the ones that spent the money to build the ships. They were the ones that funded black slavery. They are the masters behind white supremacy. They are the creators of it. If you think that only white supremacy is the black people's problem and that's it and everybody else got their own problems, you are sadly mistaken. They are the ones who had an agenda to pervert the Christian faith and all of the little round table meetings with the Freemasons and stuff like that. Like, those people do a lot that you don't know they do because they use other people to be the face of it. And you think that the real problem is Donald Trump. And no, Donald Trump is just the front man for Zionist world leaders. And they got to use people to be the mask of what they're trying to do. So that way you never look at them. If Donald Trump really had the power he's supposed to have as a U.S. president, a whole lot of stuff would have been done. No, he got a master he answered to. He's not the head of America. He's just the one to wear the mask of head of America. America is a corporation owned by like 13 families. And what make you think that President Trump is the one in charge? No president has been in charge in a very long time. But like, it's not just white supremacy that's our problem. It started somewhere. Somebody is behind those people. All right. And so, like, back to my point, right? Meanwhile, the other nations, once more divided on this issue, will be constrained to fight to the point of complete physical, moral, and spiritual and economical exhaustion. We shall unleash the nihilists and the atheists. And we shall provoke a formidable social cataclysm which in all its horror will show clearly to the nations the effect of absolute atheism, origin of savagery, and of the most bloody turmoil. Then everywhere the citizens, obliged to defend themselves against the world minority of revolutionaries, will exterminate those destroyers of civilization, and the multitude disillusioned with Christianity, whose deistic spirits will from that moment be without compass or direction, anxious for an ideal, but without knowing where to render its adoration, will receive the true light through the universal manifestation of the pure doctrine of Lucifer, brought finally out in public view. This manifestation will result from the general reactionary movement which will follow the destruction of Christianity and atheism, both conquered and exterminated at the same time. They like to use Christianity to get people to fight against Christianity. And they plan on perverting it through Christian nationalism. Just to let y'all know. And it's going to be out of what people like Donald Trump do that's going to make you want a new world order. But like, it's not enough for him to force the new world order. Like, yeah, he laying the groundwork. No, the new world order is going to be something people beg for. People going to want it. People going to get sick and tired of this religious stuff and all of this and all of this and all of this. It's like, man, something. But mankind is designed to serve a God. Oh, and they're going to get rid of the atheists. Like choosing to believe in nothing is going to make you a target. Like not only are you going to be a target of the devil, you also going to be a target of God too. So it's almost better to choose a side, like even if you on the side of God, knowing that they will be after you, right? I mean, that's what anybody should do, is choose to be on God's side, because God will protect you through a lot of things. It's not always his will to allow you to escape all forms of persecution, because persecution is a purifier. It gets us straight, and it helped get rid of the weeds amongst the tear. I mean, like, it helped get rid of the tares amongst the wheat. So, all right, so back to what I was saying. All right, so we got the Christian nationalism. That's going to make people want the beast. And they ain't going to know that's what it is. But they're going to want something not that, right? We got the digital ID. That's going to make people want the mark of the beast. Like, they're going to know that something is very totalitarianism about both Christian nationalism and the digital ID. And the answer to totalitarianism is totalitarianism. I mean, so you really ain't got no other way. We are here, y'all. And I want y'all to understand this. At some point, we ain't looking at precursors to stuff. It's like every time something come around, we all be like, oh, that's the precursor, or that's the precursor, or they just running a test run to see what people gonna do and see how people behave and see what people act. Look, no, like this ain't some trial run to see if people ready for something. These are the building blocks to ultimately get there. Yes, the mark will be a digital ID. It's just not going to be that digital ID. That digital ID is going to end up being done away with in exchange for a different one that seems like a much better solution. Yes, the New World Order will be totalitarianism, but it's not going to be like how you see totalitarianism right now. At least it's not going to seem that way to you. It's going to seem like freedom. Like through all the chaos that get brought about in our coming future, even the New World Order will sound like freedom. Trust me, it really will. You can't be caught up on trying to just keep your life. If you too caught up on trying to keep your life, you're going to find yourself being a sitting duck for these things. At some point, it's over. At some point, you just got to trust God. Like, I know a lot of people never had the opportunity to enjoy the American dream. Honestly, a lot of people won't. What make you think that can't be you? It's going to be a lot of people that never had a happy marriage. What makes you think that can't be you? It's going to be a lot of people that never had a chance to drive a Bentley. What make you think that can't be you? It's going to be a lot of people that never had a chance to own a house. What make you think that can't be you? Before the return of Christ, a lot of people would never have a chance to have things. At some point, you got to focus on what's more important. Am I going to enter the kingdom? Point blank, period. That might be the reason why you don't have things. Like, that might be the reason why your life is unsatisfactory to you, because you're not worrying about the one thing you should be concerned about, and that is, am I seeking first the kingdom of God and his righteousness, so that way these things can be added on to me. And God knows what you dealing with. Okay? He understand how hard it is to live in these times. A lot of things are being used as an attack on people to get people to focus their attention on things that are not the kingdom in the last days, so that way the Antichrist can have carte blanche to move and shake without anybody sounding the alarm, or anybody getting their self in order, or anybody getting their house in order, or anybody preaching the gospel, because everybody too worried about trying to, get their bills paid on time, right? So I need y'all to understand, it's a lot of people that will never have an opportunity to have a good credit score. They're getting rid of the credit system anyway. It's going to be a lot of people that never had the opportunity to have $1,000 in their savings account that they don't touch for 6 months. A lot of people will never have the opportunity to do and have a lot of stuff. Don't find yourself getting so caught up on just trying to chase the dream or chase the life, or get your already pathetic life in order anyway. And yes, I said pathetic, right? Because living here is pathetic. It's pathetic for people that's rich too. This is pathetic. It is. Don't be so caught up on that. Serve God while you can, because it's going to be a time and place when you can't. He said to work while it's day, because the night comes when no man can work. He said, redeem the time, for the day is evil. Redeem the time. Make the best use of your time right now for the kingdom. Best use of your time. If you still got to go to work every day, go to work, preach the gospel, right? Like, make some Facebook posts. Like, you can read your Bible on your lunch break. You can pray on your lunch break. Like, all of them little bits of time that you got to maneuver around. Instead, everybody trying to enjoy the little bit of free time they do got, because before they know it, they got to be right back to work again. And instead, they go to concerts. Like wicked ones at that. Instead, they can't wait to catch a movie. It ain't nothing wrong with catching you a movie. But when do you fit in the Lord? Because the day is going to come when, trying to think about all of this, it's going to be too hard to do. Like, honestly, it's going to make you an outcast. And you better off getting used to it now while it's easy. Than to be jumping up out of the sky blue and be like, you know what? Never mind. I think I'm going to. Right? Look. Redeem the time now, because the days are evil. He said that it's going to be like the days of Noah, when people will be eating, drinking, marrying, and being given in marriage, trying to chase the American dream, trying to figure out how they going to drive a Bentley, trying to get a credit score, trying to this, trying to that, trying to catch up on this and catch up on that and pay off this and pay off that, and trying to reach for this and reach for that. And then what? The flood came and everybody was caught off guard, unaware. The ark took on off and they somewhere with a beer in their hand, underwater. Like, it's going to work just like that, y'all. Don't be caught off guard by this stuff. When we seem to get a little bit of relief from all the stress and everybody get their lives back, like how everybody got back in the pandemic, people couldn't wait to go back to the bar. Man, they went back to the bar and threw up. Ain't threw up in years. They finally got let back in the bar. They went and threw up. It's going to be just like that during the coming of the Son of Man. All of these things that's happening right now is meant to wear you out. So that way, when you do get that final taste of freedom, you get caught off guard and unaware by the coming of the Son of Man. Sometimes I thank God that I never really get relief from spiritual war. Like I do, but it's constant. Like it's always a battle. Like if it ain't a battle with this, it's a battle with that. If man, it's like every time I turn around, somebody ain't got their mind right. Somebody ain't got their head in the game. It's like it's just always something. I'm just used to living like that. Like I really am. Like I'm just used to being in a battle, like nonstop. Always got something to pray about. Always seeking God about something. Always believing God for something. Just, just nonstop. Like I never wake up with nothing to pray about. I never wake up with nothing to seek the Lord about. I never wake up with nothing to trust and believe God to solve in my life. Never. Not ever. I have never arrived at this is the life and I have nothing to worry about. Never. Now, I choose not to worry. Do I do I have things I can really worry about? Oh, absolutely. It's just that the more I see God fight my battles, the less I realize that worrying about anything is worth my time. And then there are some battles, yeah, like right, like them fiery darts, man. Like when they hit, they hit. But do they gotta pierce the armor? No. The fiery darts will come. Weapons will form. But will they prosper though? I mean, they gonna prosper on somebody, but do they gotta prosper on you? And sorry, like I keep moving my chair just in case anybody wonder what that noise is. Heck, like y'all probably thinking it's anything and everything up under the sun. Like, man, you just bought it. Like, nah. I keep moving my chair, keep making that popping noise. So, I mean, but really just sit back and think though. A lot of people waking up, honestly, like a lot of people waking up spiritually. I'm so glad about that. But it's a lot of people who claim to have woke up and you can't even tell they once used to say that they are a believer. Like it's a lot. Look, it's gonna be a lot of people who get exposed as tares, because like like truth be told, it's not even that they get exposed as tares. It's just that they always been tares, but you were probably like hoping for the best. Okay, maybe like this is just the start of them in their walk, right? Like I wasn't perfect when I started mine, but as we grow, you really start to see like, man, you was never saved to begin with, was you? Like it's been like 8 years, bro. And you still chasing after all the things of this world. You don't even think about God at all. I ain't heard you mention the name of the most high Yah in like a decade. Honestly. I really did have hope that you really did get saved for it. It's gonna be a lot of people you look back on and just be like, you know what? Like I knew something wasn't right with you. I was just hoping for the best because like who am I to judge? Right? Look, don't let your discernment go for naught, okay? You have discernment for a reason. Yeah, who are you to judge? But at the same time, like God will not have you to be ignorant. But like even if you make some ignorant like even if you make some ignorant choices because you giving people the benefit of the doubt, like, yeah, like I wasn't perfect when I first got saved either. I still was doing it. I was still doing that. I was still struggling with this, still struggling with that. And but, look, man, but come on though. It's gonna be a lot of people you recognize, like, you know what, like you was a terror all this time just trying to choke me out. Honestly, a lot of these Make America Great Again Christians, they terrorists trying to choke you out. But they are trying to get you to hate the left so bad, like to where you put up with everything the right do because, well, it's better than them Democrats, right? Just like I was telling Marcus Rogers, like, and like I'm sure he ain't see it. Like, who am I, right? Like he get comments like this all the time. The Bible says, if my kingdom was of this world, my servants would fight for it. Every time I made a video, look, like you need to leave them politics alone. All this cult like followers. Oh, so what you saying? Oh, so what you saying is better to just put up with what the left want to do? I'm like, that's y'all problem. It's like y'all can't think nothing but left or right. You are look, you are a child of this world. If all you can think is left or right, something is wrong with you. As a as a Bible believer, that is. Now, if you ain't really in the faith all like that, like I understand, right? As a Bible believer, if you can't think nothing but I either need to serve the left or the right because, right, like I am a citizen here and I do have to make my abode here. Look, if my kingdom was of this world, my servants would fight for it. Like I'm not celebrating Trump for getting elected. Like I'm look, God is not blessing America. Like I want y'all to know that. God is not blessing this place. It enslaved the Israelites. Oh, that's how America became a superpower, by modeling itself after Egypt, Babylon, or something else. Rome. Yep. It enslaved the Israelites. You really do think that even if the people they sold in the slave trade and forced to build this country, even if they were not the tribe of Judah, the simple fact that America was built off of genocide of the Native Americans and slave labor, what makes you think God is going to turn around and turn a blind eye to all of that? Like, he not turning a blind eye to that. Like, just because that was 400 years ago does not mean God forgot. It's so many passages in the Bible that talk about people that think God forgot their sins. There's so many things in the Bible that talk about paying for the sins of your fathers. If the tribe of Judah 400 years ago had to pay for the sins of their fathers, what make you think America will not? Oh, that's right. Y'all didn't know. Y'all didn't know. I just threw everybody off right there. Like, wait, the tribe of Judah. Wait, you talking about like the African Americans, right? Yeah. Mm-hmm. Wait a minute. Now that explains an awful lot. Look, all you need is a couple lies cleared up in your life, and everything is gonna start unraveling. All them little bits of confusion about stuff you see going on in this world, all these all these false flag Bible prophecies will stop seeming weird to you. You'd be like, I knew something was weird about that. They said I was fulfilling a prophecy, but to me, I just wasn't buying it. It was just something off with that. Cause like I read in the Bible, it said this and this and this and this and that too. I ain't see none of that. Now it makes sense. God did not forget his people, and he ain't forget what happened. And you really think God is gonna bless America, especially after they perverting the Christian faith? Oh, that too. That too. And now here y'all back again, sending the National Guard and zip tying people, dragging them out of their beds while they sleeping, and throwing them in the U-Haul, zip tying them, separating adults from the children and all this, and saying you doing this in the name of solving migration issues. No, y'all caused that migration issue just so that way y'all can use that as a political cat's paw to make it seem like you got a good reason for why you want to go back to your racist ways. Yes, the world is that wicked, twisted, and tangled. Sorry, like that would have been a bar right there. Yes, the world is that wicked, twisted, and tangled. It do stuff like that. They cause one problem to then use that problem as a reason for why they want to do something else, and then you put up with it because why? It's to solve migration issues. I mean, like, you don't want the migrants running around here, do you? No, they really after the black communities. And like y'all don't really believe that the world like want to really get rid of the black community as bad as y'all think it do. Like, and so like y'all think it's just the hood ones. Like, no, it ain't the hood ones. It's all of us. Before Christ's return, they want to try and clean up the evidence of the biggest crime on the face of the earth in all human history. Well, except for the fallen angels coming down and doing what they did back in the Book of Enoch and the Book of Genesis, but the transatlantic slave trade was the biggest crime on the face of this earth. 200 million people died. 200 million, and we still being treated funny. Still being persecuted after all that. No reparations. No none of that. And not only did 200 million people die, we had all this social engineering that really wreaked havoc on our communities. And then y'all want to point at us as the bad guys, all because of what we became through y'all social engineering. And then y'all use us being gangsters and raggedy as a good reason for why y'all just, treat us like trash. And we would have never even become gangsters and raggedy if it wasn't for y'all making sure that we could never get a house, we could never get a loan, like we could never get a job. If we want government assistance, you gotta throw the man out of the house. It look like all of that stuff that went on back in the day, it had an effect on why people are the way they are now. And you think God is turning a blind eye to this? Honestly, what do you really think making America great again mean? Like, as you can see, the Make America Great Again people, they always got these slick comments to say about black people. Always do. And it's like I always treated everybody fair and equal. I always treated everybody like another person. Come to find out, people don't see you that way. It's like, you know what? All right, it's all good. Always gave everybody the benefit of the doubt for, well, just knowing, like, like you say you a believer, all right. Like, I know you really ain't right, but like you say you is, like I take you on your word, but Like, I got my eye on you though. Heck, all you gotta do is miss a beat. All you gotta do is be a minute short, like a minute late and $1 short, and it would burn you at the stake for it. And it's like, I wasn't burning you at the stake when you was sitting there cussing me out yesterday after you told me you was a Christian. I'm a minute late and $1 short, and now I'm good for nothing. It's like a lot of people gonna treat you that way. Those are terrorists. Like, they call us violent and all this other stuff, but we didn't slaughter a whole tribe of Native Americans and then moved on their land and then slaughtered 200 million African Americans and made them build our land. And look, a lot of people think God has turned a blind eye to this just because it's been so long. That's exactly the plan. Make people believe it's over and he don't care, just to see exactly how evil people really willing to be. Because everybody show their true colors when they think nothing is going to happen to them as a result of it. And she say, I sit as a queen and nothing will happen to me, right? Everybody show their true colors when consequences don't come upon them right away. Like, that's what you really need to watch out for, is when judgment don't come swiftly. In your life as a true believer, judgment always comes swiftly. Like, you can't even look at somebody the wrong way without God dealing with you about it. Like, dang, I can't even be lifted up in pride for 2 seconds without just being beat to the ground over it. Like, nope, you can't do that. Like, everybody else can, except you. Like, everybody else can cuss everybody out and have a good life tomorrow. If you do as much as think of a cuss word, you in trouble. Like, that's how it is in my life, bro. I be thinking it's funny sometimes. I just be like, man, all right, I get it. All right, all right. All right, all right. All right, I get it. At least I know I'm gonna have one hard time going to hell. Like, honestly, like, I gotta try to go to hell. Like I gotta literally try my best to go. Like, for real. Like, it's just crazy to sit back and think about it. Like, you ain't letting me lose for nothing, huh? Like, you ain't letting me lose for nothing, is you? Nope. Nope. Like, that's what you really want in your life, a relationship with God like that in the last days. In the last days, you need to know when something is a bad move right away. It ain't gonna be no time to find out 5 years from now if you made a good decision or not. It's not gonna be no time to wait until you perfect to make the right moves, or wait until you feel like you good enough to do certain things with your life. You need to do that now. Now. A lot of people want to wait until they, right, like been saved 10 years or something like that before they start, preaching the gospel. Look, like, you get saved, proclaim the truth. I ain't saying you need to be a spiritual leader or something like that, but just serve them while you can today, while today is still today. I don't care who you is. Now, it's certain things a person shouldn't do, right? Like, like putting a novice in the position of authority. That you shouldn't do, because then you lead people to the slaughter. But you can always tell people about the goodness of God. Hey, look, I just got saved, and this is what I just found out was in the Bible. I ain't even know, just in case everybody else don't know this. I just discovered this. Like, you can do stuff like that. Do stuff like that while it's easy. Because one day that's going to be banned. And all your rewards are going to be counted for. And you want to make sure you doing your part in saving some souls and helping people get themselves together right now while you can. So that way, as soon as it's time to pack this all up, hey, like it's going to be time to cash in when you enter the kingdom. Like, hey, yeah. Now, I ain't going to say I deserve to get in here because I served you, because I know what the Bible say about that. Haven't we cast out demons in your name? And haven't we? Like, but I am going to say this, though. Can I get my inheritance, though? Like, dead. See, like, y'all got to think about stuff like that, man. See, like, y'all think that because like you don't get a lot of likes and comments and subscribers and stuff like that. Did that mean God ain't counting what you doing? He counting what you doing. Like I know a lot of people who who rededicated their life to God, being partly inspired by things they heard on my channel over the years. I ain't saying it was because of me, but like it sure did help inspire the idea or the passion. Like even if they was inspired by 18 different people, I was part of that number, right? A lot of souls got saved over here, man. A lot of backsliders returned. And a whole lot of wicked people ran like hell too. Mm-hmm. All that stuff need to be counted. All that stuff get counted for, y'all. It really do. And that's another thing as well, right? When you really serving the Lord, and I need you to remember this. Your life is going to get hard. When you set your heart to serve God, prepare your heart for temptation. I think that's in the wisdom of Solomon. Like, let me look and see. Man, I don't like my chair making that noise. It keeps sounding like I'm farting. Yeah. All right, there we go. There we go. Prepare thine heart for temptation. I'm about to see where that is. Like, because the Wisdom of Solomon is not like one of them books I read every day. So, prepare temptation. Let's see. Yeah, the book of Ecclesiasticus. This is the book of Sirach. Sirach. The book of Ecclesiasticus said, "My son, if thou come to serve the Lord, prepare thy soul for temptation. Set thy heart aright and constantly endure, and make not haste in time of trouble. Cleave unto him and depart not away, that thou mayest be increased at thy last end." Like this sound just like what I'm talking about right now. "Whatsoever is brought upon thee, take cheerfully, and be patient when thou art changed to a low state." Oh, hallelujah. Hallelujah. Oh, thank you, Lord. Man, this is exactly what I'm going through right now. I forgot all of that was in there. I just knew the first part. "For gold is tried in the fire, and acceptable men in the furnace of adversity. Believe in him, and he will help thee. Order thy way aright, and trust in him. Ye that fear the Lord, wait for his mercy, and go not aside, lest ye fall. Ye that fear the Lord, believe him, and your reward shall not fail. Ye that fear the Lord, hope for good, and for everlasting joy and mercy." All right, I'm done reading, man. Uh, yeah, my bad. I'm just like I've been going through a real tough time, y'all. Like I ain't even lying. Like I've been going through a real tough time, and that really hit home for me. Like that really did. Man, I think I'm gonna be done here today. I really do. I don't even know what else to say now. But we really in them last days, y'all. We really are. And everybody can expect to have a tough time here. But for a short while, those who side with the world, yeah, you will have a moment of comfort, ease, peace, and slave while you at it. But it's gonna sound like freedom to you. And after that, as soon as they say peace, peace, then come swift destruction. I need y'all to understand. These are the days we living in. Like, stop looking 20 years from now. Everybody always trying to make this 20-year long plan for the last days. Expect this stuff to be here today. Like, that's going to keep yourself, bro, like, that's going to keep your heart right. Everybody got this 100-year from now outlook about the return of Christ. Look, man, all you doing is setting yourself up for being at ease in Zion. Don't be like that. We looking in the eye of the beast right now. Like, for real. Digital IDs, a perversion of the Christian faith and the government. I mean, we looking at the synagogue of Satan, getting ready to build their third temple and bring out the Antichrist. So many people deceived by both, by both Christianity and Judaism. And they don't even know that they serving the devil. Right in church. Siding with the devil. Preaching Jesus while siding with the devil. And don't even know it. I mean, don't worry, y'all. I was deceived too. I used to tell people all the time, you better not curse Israel or God gonna get you. I used to say that. I used to make people feel bad. I'd be like, man, I don't know why these black people think they the Jews. Oh, they were trying to take somebody else's stuff. Come to find out, now it was took from them. I used to believe a lot of that twisted, warped doctrine that people call rightly dividing the word. Yeah, I mean, yeah, like you divided it, all right. You divided what it say from what it mean. Like, and you took what it say and then you made it mean something else. Right? It's like the longer and longer I walk with God, I realize a lot. This was never about being a Christian. Because that can mean anything the religious leaders want it to mean. Everybody you see with all the subscribers and followers and all on air on TV, they can make the rules of what being a Christian mean any day of the week. right? Like, if you want to be a good Christian, you got to be one of those MAGA men. No, like, being a Christian is not about being a MAGA man. And yeah, I like saying it like that on purpose because it's like, mega man. Um, like, being a Christian is not about being a good Republican or a rapture believer or like just anything that anybody can try and twist it into. It's not about being a Christian. And I know that a lot of people might find that hard to hear. When I used to hear people say stuff like that, I'd be like, now you're becoming a stumbling block to the body of Christ. That's what I used to say. I used to say that to Truth Unedited. I used to say that to Sister Deborah at Redirecting Proverbs, right? Her husband is named Watchman. I remember unsubscribing from their channels like 3 different times. I'm like, man, like y'all becoming a stumbling block to the body of Christ. And like y'all gotta watch how y'all talk about Christianity. No, you really mean Catholicism. Come to find out, it's really the same thing. Except your Bible is against all of it. I don't understand how we can sit right next to the Bible and not even know that our religion does not follow the Bible. I don't understand that. Like, how can you sit right next to the Bible and most of the important stuff you believe is opposite of the Bible? Or like, opposite is not even what it really take. All it gotta be is slightly turned. Slightly. Like, eventually you're gonna be way off. Eventually you're gonna be way off. Like, it ain't about being all the way opposite. It just need to be ever so slightly turned. Eventually you're gonna be somewhere out there. I just don't understand how we can have a Bible in our hands and we somehow believe in pre-tribulation rapture. I was part of that camp before I got saved, though. Like, after I got saved, I quit believing in that mess. I'm like, something wrong with that. I got a gut feeling we going through the tribulation. I can't prove it. I don't know how to go in the Bible and disprove pre-trib rapture. Now I do. But then I I couldn't. So like I was always one of them people that's like, I don't believe it's going to be pre-trib, but maybe it could be mid-trib or post-trib. Like, look, I'm not in none of the trib camps. We going through the great tribulation. At some point in time, he is gathering Israel and Judah out of the land where they were scattered into captivity and into the wilderness for a season before they're brought back into the kingdom. And I believe that part is mid-trib. I do. Because they're going to be in the wilderness 3.5 years. Why would it be 3.5 years after the 7-year tribulation? It makes sense. It's in the middle part of the 7-year tribulation and not somewhere after or before. Right? So, I don't know, man. Like that's just what the podcast is about. Like, we just talk about stuff here. Stuff. I wish I could stream this live, though. I just got to set up a, I had to make sure I was still recording, man, because, well, no, I see it over the, like I see it over there, just kind of like going back and forth. But I need to start doing this live, though. The only thing about me recording these live is that I get a lot of bots and people that be trying to, like always like playing with my head and saying little stupid stuff in the comments. And I'll just be like, y'all a distraction, bro. And that take away from real people that really want to leave comments. And I don't know, man. Like, people disgusting. Like for real, like they just is. But like I can actually run this camera to my computer and use it as a webcam, like to my computer. I really can do that. The only problem I got with my computer though is that for some odd reason, my Wi-Fi card in my laptop stopped recognizing the router. It recognized everything else but that router. Every other device I got, my other computer I got, it pick up the router, but that one don't. Like it just stopped one day, and I'm like, dang! And the router way, man, like couple rooms away from here, and so now I just need to find another way to be able to stream live from my laptop because that's the only computer I got powerful enough to run video and audio plugins and all that other stuff. Like, I can still do audio, but I want the crispy stuff. And like I want to run this through, Reaper or FL Studio and put my compressor and all that stuff on there. Like I don't look, like I'm a sound engineer. So like, I be wanting to do that stuff. I'm a photographer. Like I want the crispy camera. Like I want stuff. Like, you know what I'm saying? So like I just got to find a good way to be able to get some internet connected to my laptop without having to run an Ethernet cord all the way down the hallway. And that's the one reason I don't do these live like that is because of that situation. But like other than that, man, I hope y'all have a good rest of your day. And I thank y'all for tuning in. Something I want to talk about, y'all. Something I want to talk about. If y'all want to be helpful to me in any way, shape, or form, if you want to show some kind of appreciation, like for the content or just anything, or if you just want to be a nice person, like I could greatly use donations. I really can. I dead seriously can. Like I would like to make more content more often. It's just hard trying to do this in between a bunch of different work all the time. And sometimes I find myself picking up stuff that end up costing me more time than what is paying me money. And like I find myself wishing I would have just been better off at home making content and helping people, stay educated in they walk with God and their faith and things like that than to be getting like, like tied up with so many different things all the dang on time. So, um, like I'm in the middle of starting some different ventures and everything like that. So I just been kind of in the middle of stuff that I know ain't gonna last forever anyway, just until I get my real stuff going. And I'm just having some issues, man. Like I know you cannot serve God and money, and I'm trying not to let serving money replace the time I should be serving God. But the crazy part is that I don't like making money more than I like ministry. I just don't. Every time I'm on a job, you wanna know what I'm doing? Recording videos. Every time I'm on a job, you know what I'm doing? I'm thinking up, like, like I'm meditating on the word. I'm typing in my notebook. I'm writing a song. Like I'm grabbing my laptop and I'm starting a beat. And I'm going, like, like I got a couple beats. I'm gonna make some gospel tracks too. But dang, I wish y'all could hear them. I really do wish y'all could hear them. Like right now too. I really do. Dang, man. Something told me to just make some videos and just let y'all hear some of my beats I just made. But I'm gonna wait until my daughter can do my tag for me. Cause if I put some of my beats on my YouTube page, I don't want somebody to steal them if I don't have a tag. So I'm gonna wait for my daughter to record a tag. I don't even know what she's gonna say yet. I ain't gonna say it. I do know. I'm just not gonna say it because I don't want somebody to steal my idea and get to it before me. Like even though like my beats are not really for sale, I really only make them for songs I got. Like you know what I'm saying? But I still sell some, right? I mean, like I don't mind selling some, but if like yeah, I'll talk about that another time. But yeah, like I could really use some donations, y'all. And it's like I know I sound tired. It's 6 in the morning. Like if you want to leave me a buck or two, I'm on Venmo. Corey Lee Photo on Venmo. It's the at symbol Corey, which is Corey Lee Lee photo as in photographer. I do have a Venmo link. If you go through my posts on my page, like you gonna find one of my posts where I actually include the Venmo link. But like you want to leave me $5, $10, $100, 150 million would be dope. But I don't know what I would do with that much money because I would be at home making videos most of the time, and I might just be better off. I don't know. Like I don't need 150 million to myself, but like it'd be cool to, right? But still, if you want to leave me a buck or two, I don't care if it's $2, something like that. Like it all adds up, man. Like it at least will let me put gas in the car to like to do stuff instead of right. But most of all, it's just to help me buy some of my time away from like a lot of these oddball side jobs that's not necessarily the real work that I do. Um, like so that way I could just dedicate more time to like the channel and stuff like that. So like as far as me paying my bills and stuff like that, like like I don't I don't mind going to work for that, but then it's like after that, like I just really just need to just focus on like the work of the Lord and all of that, but it's hard to do it when you always every time I put my best foot forward with it, I struggle financially. Like even if I try and work and do it at the same time, it's like, man, I always got this attack with finances, literally always. Now, if I'm in the middle of like let's say like around the time I was buying all my studio equipment, right? Um like I remember him telling me like he wanted me to put the studio together. It's like this is all the equipment you gonna get. I ain't never have an issue with money when I was spending the money on just getting the studio together, on getting the camera gear, on getting the microphones and getting the plug-ins to the computer and this or that. But like the moment I'm like, okay, so this is where we start getting the work done, is like it's always a huge dip in just income from that point on. It's like, man, I ain't never struggled with income when all I was doing was just, getting myself prepared for the work. And here it is. I'm actually spending like the money, right? As soon as I stop spending money and I'm doing the work, I ain't never got no money. I'm like, what the heck be wrong with that? Like, it almost make me wish I would just spend the rest of my life just investing and building something instead of actually doing something with it, because I never need for nothing. Like I promise you, like it'd never work that way. But like as soon as I'm like, okay, like the studio is good enough, it's time to really start getting some of the music done. Like I'm not spending no more money on gear. Like I've been at this since February. I think my last piece of gear was like the end of August, and that was my MIDI controller. Um, yeah, like that was my MIDI controller, the FL Key 49, and that was like And like that was my last piece of gear. All my camera equipment, I took care of that back in 2020, and that ran me like almost 15 grand just on batteries and monitors and cables and lenses and cameras and microphones and field recorders, and then batteries for them and SD cards and hard drives and upgrades to the laptop. Like the laptop was like, bruh, I still got that laptop. Like it's a pretty decent laptop, right? At that time when I'm spending 15 grand just getting video equipment to actually make gospel content, like back in 2019, 2020, never needed money. Never, always had money, and I'm doing like spending it mostly on just investing in that stuff, right? As soon as I'm like, okay, like this is, look, like I got everything I need, like we can stop here, dip down in finances. It's like, why do it always work that way? I'm sitting there reading the book of Ecclesiastes just now. I'm like, that really do answer my question. It's ordained to work that way. It's really ordained to be just like that. It ain't no such thing as serving God and you ain't being tried through the fire, especially with money, having your needs met, stuff like that. And it's like, if you not serving God, like I'm not saying like only people that don't serve God are people that, have everything they need, because like that's not entirely true. It's just that you can be filtered through that a lot. But like at a point in time when I wasn't really serving God or like that, I didn't really need for nothing. Like I didn't. And now it's like I don't even know how I'm gonna get across town tomorrow. Like I don't even know how I'm getting across town tomorrow unless I get on my bike. And that's like an hour drive on my bike, honestly. Like it just worked that way. But yeah, I keep saying I'm gonna go ahead and hang it up, but it is about time to hang it up. It's 6 o'clock in the morning and I need to be up no later than 12. So that'll leave me like 6 hours of sleep. So I thank y'all for tuning in. Episode 23. Like, let me double check that. Oh, and please, if you would like to be helpful, I would greatly appreciate donations. I will leave my Venmo link. I only have Venmo. So if you have any other, like if you got anything other than Venmo and you want to leave a donation, I'm sorry. I don't have a Cash App. I got to make a new one. I don't have Zelle. In my PayPal, I don't even know my login information. I need to get that set up again. So, but other than that, man, I do thank y'all for tuning in. Peace.